let me give you an example now of factoring of a polynomial by the use of trinomial and common factors. So what I'm trying to do here is take the minus 4x squared plus 12x plus 16 and write it as a big product. So the first thing that I notice is that all these three terms, this one, and this one, have 4 as a common factor. As a matter of fact, I can take out as a common factor the minus 4 to make things a little bit simpler. So if you take the minus 4 as a common factor, open up the big parentheses, you have an x squared left from the first term. You have a 3x, but since there's a minus here, it needs a minus 3x. So when they get multiplied back, minus 4 times minus 3 gives you the 12x. And then you have another minus 4 here. Once again, 4 times 4 gives you the 16, and the minuses will give you the plus. So this is just, common factor. So what we ended up getting is 3 terms again, but now they're a little bit simpler than they used to be. We can continue on trying to factor this thing, and this process now is called a trinomial. What is a trinomial? Well, we're trying to find two numbers such that when you add them up, you get minus 3, and when you multiply them, you get minus 4. Right? Once again, try to find two numbers. When you add them up, you get minus 3, and when you multiply them, you get minus 4. I claim that these numbers are minus 4 and plus 1. Let's think about it for a second. Minus 4 times plus 1 gives you the minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 gives you the minus 3. Right? So we call these, I don't know, let's say R1 and R2. Okay? And as you can see, when we do R1 plus R2, we get exactly the minus 3. This term, that is. And when you multiply them, R1 times R2, you get minus 4, obviously, right? Minus 4 times 1 equals minus 4. Then we can break this into x plus R1, so x minus 4, times x plus R2, x plus 1. Now, why this is possible? Well, think about it the other way around. Just multiply these two things together. What are you going to get? Well, you're going to get x times x is the x squared, minus 4x plus x, minus 3x, minus 4 times plus 1, minus 4. Right? So these numbers are done in such a way so that when I break it like this and I do the multiplication, I get this one back. How did I find these numbers? It's very simple. Try to find two numbers which add up to minus 3 and multiply to minus 4. And just put them in here. Okay? So this is now completely factored. There's nothing else we can do. These are all linear terms. There's nothing more that we can do with these. And this is as factored as possible. This is very useful when we're basically trying to find the zeros of this polynomial, or when we're trying to do derivatives, all sorts of things in Calculus 1. And the common factor is something that we see a lot of times. But this trinomial, this process from here to here is trinomial, is something that pops up a lot.